Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make homemade fruit dip, kind of like the cream cheese fruit dip you can buy in the grocery store. Our local Walmart does not sell it anymore. They only sell the chocolate dip for fruit. So I'm going to show you how to make your own version of that cream cheese fruit dip. So the first thing you're going to need is room temperature. An 8-ounce package of cream cheese needs to be room temperature. Mine's a little cold, so I'm just going to heat it up for about 10 seconds to kind of soften it up. And then you want to beat it with a mixer for 3 minutes. I don't have a mixer, so I think what I'm going to do is just kind of stir it for 3 minutes to make it creamy. Just start mixing it up until you soften it up. I might have to microwave a few more seconds. I mixed my cream cheese up, but because I had to heat it up, I'm refrigerating it for a few seconds to cool it down because you don't want it to be hot when mixing a bunch of other stuff. So I mixed it up, hold it onto this, and then I'm going to take it out in a few minutes once it cools. Now you're going to add in 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. I'm trying to get it even. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to add that in. And then you're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, whatever vanilla you have. I usually use imitations, but when I did grocery pickup, they were out of that, so they gave me this. So 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then you're going to stir all this for an additional minute. Now we are going to stir in this whole container of Jet Puff marshmallow cream, 7 ounces only. You're going to put the whole thing in and just use a spatula like this to make it really a lot easier, and it's easier to fold it in. So, sorry if you hear my TV in the background. I have to have some kind of noise to keep me going. So I'm stirring in this whole container, and you want the Jet Puffed because it just folds in, and marshmallows, melting them does not work that well. And this will help it kind of stick together. See how it's kind of sticky? So you're gonna mix it as you're doing it. Fold it in, if you can tell.
I'm stopping by because the moms called and asked me to give them a class, and I said I would not do so until I received your blessing and permission because I'm old school.
I don't know who brought you here, under what pretenses, but
Moms called me and I was like, I want to speak to Abby first.
It's a little bit harder using stirring it by hand. If you have a mixer, it would be a lot easier because this is
so embarrassing.
thick,
To be so
but it
disrespectful.
works.
So rude to a guest who came in to help our girls.
Melting that cream cheese is not part of the recipe, but when you're doing it by hand, melting it is kind of the only option you may have. And if it's not as sweet as you like, you can always add more vanilla or powdered sugar. So
They're in LA, and if that's not something you want, I'm not in any way trying to disrespect you or what you worked hard for.
She is maybe overzealous.
So got this stirred in. Now we're gonna add in Cool Whip. All right, now I'm gonna add just 1 cup of whipped topping or Cool Whip, whatever you prefer to call it. I'm not even gonna level it off. I'm just gonna add this in. So yeah.
She works for the Pulse, who hires 90% of the working kids in LA.
Too bad she hasn't been on a TV show for 5 years.
She just got back from London working for
Gonna mix it together.
After.
And you can add
Well, you're just a son.
the maraschino cherry juice, like the canned cherries you get. You can add some of that juice and cherries into it if you want, but I just did not buy any. And it just adds a little bit of color. You don't have to do that, but it is an option there. And then that's all you're gonna do. And you're gonna leave it in the fridge and let it cool. You're gonna cover it, put it in the fridge, let it cool, and it'll be good for about a week to use to dip your fruit and stuff for lunches or snacks or whatever, or even a party. These are really good for that. So
She doesn't want help. She acted like she didn't know her.
it makes it a little more fluffy, and it helps make it sweet. It smells like cream cheese, but you won't be able to taste it.
Disrespectful to do it, so hey, I'm giving your kids a class right in front of the TV instead of teaching us.
Right. So there you have it. If you have cherry juice, like I said, you can add that to add a little bit more sweetness, but this is the way I'm going to use it. So I had not fully added all my marshmallows, so just finished that, and I added another 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla to get it to the liking that I like it. And so there it is. So let it cool for about an hour and you're good for the week on fruit dip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as you can tell, it makes more than what the package you get at the grocery store does. And you can also double the recipe if you have a big party or something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fruit dip recipe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.